When I went to the children's hospital, they had to draw a lot of blood to try and find out what I had. And so I was going from hospital to hospital. And then after about a week, they found out I had leukemia. When they told me I had leukemia, I didn't know what that was. But now I know it was a type of cancer, and to treat it, it took about 3.5 years.
Try not to think about death too much, but I have thought about it. Thought about if something went wrong, or if my dad and grandma's friend had chemotherapy because they had cancer, and they were brothers, so they got switched, and the one dosage was too big, so they died from it. You know, I kept thinking about that through the whole thing. That actually almost happened when I was in the hospital for dehydration. I had a wristband. You know how they give you the little wristbands in the hospital? Well, I always checked mine, and my mom she said, oh, they never make mistakes. Hospitals are always perfect. And sure enough, one day I checked it. Name was Armani Padilla, and it's obviously not my name. And that same thing could have happened. I could have died from that.
My doctor, Nick Foreman, he wears these big red Crocs, and it's the funniest thing. He wears the whole, you know, the suit and tie thing, and then he's got the big red Crocs, and he walks around, and it's the funniest thing. So I mean, any way you can, just bring some humor, some light into these kids' lives, because I mean, it's pretty dark. So if you make them laugh a little bit, it's definitely fun. What I used to do before I went into the hospital was I used to volunteer at the children's hospital. I used to wear the Coca-Cola polar bear suit, and that was cool because I used to I'd walk around, and you know, once I started getting sweaty or tired, it was like I would go back and that'd be the end of it. I'd go back and eat some free food, and I'd feel a little better about myself, but it was never really a big deal. But after I got out of having cancer, like I would be out for hours and hours in that suit, and like it was just the greatest thing. I remember last time I was out doing it, a little girl, I was walking down the hallway and I'm looking out the little slot, and a little girl pokes her head out of the door, and she's got this smile on her face, and then she pokes her head back in. And I'm like, I'm thinking, what's she doing? And I was like, well, she's probably asking her mom if she can go out there. And the girl runs out the room, runs up to me and hugs me. And I was like, I was dripping sweat. I was exhausted. And just that little bit of joy. I mean, she's never gonna know that I was in that suit, but that was it was amazing. Just that little bit of happiness.
I look at life in a completely different way. I don't judge people. I'm not at all, like, I try to be nicer to people. I still make sarcastic jokes, but it's in a loving, caring way. I try to be nicer to people, I try to make people happy. I try to just be friendly with everybody, not get in people's way or do mean stuff for people. I try to make people as happy as I can, because you never know when life's gonna take a curve.
If you think the rest of your life is going to be ruined by cancer, don't think that way. I had cancer about 1.5 years ago. And do I look miserable? No.